map pick of Lotus. Let's go into match game 2 with our casters, Achilleos and Valdez.
They still go for the straight wall down.
Thank you very much.
I mean, we'll find out on.
Let's go ahead and get things underway.
On defense even.
DFM are going to be able to get the bounce back here on Lotus. Things a bit rough for them on this map in the opening series versus T1.
Okay, so setting up for the fade eye over towards here. They're going to instant knife Hobbit.
One of those series.
Potentially the door's getting opened as well.
You don't win on your own map picks because that happens.
And it looks like DFM is going to reactively take map control.
You can be known for being strong on a map, and maybe it just doesn't go your way on that day, or, you know, these are all pro teams. They're all good at different maps and stuff, and they might just have a good day on a map that maybe you wouldn't have expected. And, so the way it goes sometimes is...
They get good info with that though, and with that info they book it over towards C, but so the GenG is pretty much just a race on this one. And the problem is for GenG is they have to clear this pressure. They're a little bit late to it. Full site, there's a lot of people here for them to fast flood. The issue is the person that they want to fast flood with is, I mean, they don't have Omen Flash, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. They get a really good plant. A lot about Omen having vision block on this one, so I'm just gonna highlight
towards the mount.
Baron Smoke.
And
I mean, spam fest.
This one up when GenG do make their way onto the site, as all 5 of them
Smoke goes over towards the spike, and
Meteor
top right, just insta defusing. Yeah, Molly on the spike, but he goes on the wall. And it's very risky on a pistol to go for
but that is still GenG getting
the spam here. Shout out to Meteor, he goes on the ledge, so he avoids the molly. And it's very hard to just shoot him.
Turns out they absolutely did not.
Yeah, so just on the ledge here, molly to the side. Nicely done. Yeah, so I think on this one, and I haven't tried it on a server, but I'm pretty sure it's right. If you are going to have afterplant util, you've got to hit the ledge with your mollies, and then I think it leaks over. Otherwise, if you hit the floor, the mollies don't leak. Pretty sure that's the interaction.
DFM going to be kicking themselves for not being able to stop that with the setup.
There's a small chance it hits the ledge and nothing else, but I'm pretty sure it's so low that it spreads.
Plus the 2 kills found in the pistol. Is just about halfway to the showstopper. Let's tap on the door. Munchkin, oh, he is in such a forward position. He is rewarded for it. May on those jiggle peaks, not able to spot him out until it was far too late. Follow-up shot on
in terms of pistols, by the way, 2-1, 1-0 obviously.
Yeah, just very, very clean from Munchkin there. Not really expecting him to be that far forward. Now Meteor trying to push through.
And didn't see him. He was spotted. Let's take a little bit of damage, but given that it's just a classic in hand, it's overall fairly negligible. It's Munchkin just basically spraying across, finally finishes the job there on a Medusa. And 2 kills found, and without a spike planted, it's not like you can just die to that one. Figure out where exactly they want to go. It's going to be the call here onto A, where Charon's still jiggle peeking around, and he spots absolutely everybody.
Yeah, that's a lot of information there, and now Texture here. At the baby door just waiting and screwed.
Might be a bomb fest on this one. Solid one way, got to try force through. And that is a clean round. We've got some double armory buys, and that's pretty much it.
GenG. And they will take the 2-0 lead here. DFM now will finally have a chance to get some guns and make this interesting. Hopefully.
Even on the attack, we see this every now and then with Medusa picking up the Odin is what we saw there before we go into the replay. Is, yeah, I mean, any connection there was going to just go ahead and finish the job on the Medusa. Everybody blind, just trying to get funneled in. Charon able to just go ahead and hold the door. So solid start for GenG. Up 2-0 now. As Odin looking for any kind of peek out, but with just Meteor here for the moment, he's playing quite far back, just waiting for contact off that turret, and has the nanoswarms ready to go.
Gonna say they're not gonna straight up force, right?
Commit through this one. May was
yeah, they were tempted to straight up force into this one. Big buy rounds. They get the Odin on attack. No spam over towards A at the beginning though, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no bullet shoes. They have no idea about this yet.
And it's just gonna be Just the one guy.
The C
Medusa
control,
hanging
they
out
set
there
up
with
one,
the Odin
and at
just
one
waiting,
point you would
looking through
imagine
the
they
doors.
peek
So
out
this is
here,
going
we
to be
see
a
the
return
fade
on
eye that
over.
goes
Take
to
a look.
here.
Already we do
Yeah,
have
lining up for the
Texture
fade
rotating
eye.
over towards the A site, which is where this push
Fade eye
actually will
goes
come
in.
through.
Okay,
Does get
the
shot.
presence here on Rubble, so Paranoia does find some value.
Oh,
Me though.
yeah, one passing
Back
out
Rubble.
over towards
Let's see
A.
what he can get.
That
He actually manages to get
is...
Texture. Karen now in a really rough
I mean, there's a
position, has to
smoke
just
there, right? I mean,
rotate
he is
out,
spamming,
himself
so
behind the wall, TP's
there's
across
traces,
into the
but...
site itself. Has taken quite a bit of damage, so 51 there on the Omen as Lakia spotting multiple making their way over towards the door. Does take a little bit of damage there. Prowler going to be quickly dealt with.
Yeah, it's a nice slow push
It
through.
was nice
from the
though,
side of
wall up,
DFM.
Prowler
They
to see
already
if
got
they're
the
still
one
in
pick.
front of
They're
it.
clearing
Split over
out.
towards B, still two
Maybe
people
trying
here.
to
That
go in
Tether
onto the B
is
site, but not committing to
very
that just
nice.
yet.
Season bite
Stops
thrown down.
their head
really
at
slow
15
things up.
seconds.
Munchkin again, so snappy with these Guardian
10
shots. Finds
seconds.
them. Time dwindling. 10 seconds remaining. Is Meteor able to put Mate down, but they will be able to get this plant through with just a couple seconds to
17 and 20, sorry, 17 and 51.
Meteor and Karen both
Still looking like a
dangerously
pretty
low.
good
The timing of
bonus
this
for
one as well.
GenG, but it's a
Not
lot
going
of
to be
damage done.
spotted. Neth is looking
right.
in this direction. Trying to catch him off guard, not quite able to do so.
Pretench, thank you.
I like the
With
attempt
the
from
Prime.
Karen, just try to
Appreciate
get
it. Thanks
in,
for the
not
3
give
months
any
as well.
Notice, try to find that pick before the Nano can get popped, but with the cleanup coming through. Neth
Not
will
bad, it's a
find
good
3.
player to kind of get
DFM will
some
go
of these
ahead
kills
and
as well.
stop them
Get the
from
killjoy
converting the
ult
bonus
on early.
Find themselves a single round win so far.
Able to keep 3 of them alive as well, so feeling pretty good for the side of DFM. Really like how they handled this one. Well,
So that's how that happened.
sometimes you just get lucky.
I thought he swung the other side of Rubble, caught Texture on the exit. Not just the blind spray, but, you know, a decent idea of where they were going to be positioned, trying to retreat away from that forward spot.
I'm not sure I get what you're saying,
Good punish
Janine.
we found, and
It's
does
literally
help
just a hold over
to the round victory
towards
here for
B, I
DFM.
think. I think I'm
Full by
understanding what you're
almost for
saying.
GenG. Several half
Maybe you
armors
lost me a
here.
little bit.
Pretty quick into the mount area for this side, and now with the
Straight up force of the Razor does tank a good amount of damage, of course.
He is going to push on through. Jess went down.
I have no idea.
Wait, he
exactly
went
what
down.
happened there. May pushes forward. He will be able to find Meteor, but yeah, that one's puzzling for sure.
Not sure.
Hello,
how that
Prius.
happened.
How we
We'll have
doing?
to replay that one,
Yeah, they
but
tanked
Maze
so
at
much
least able to
damage
get
going
them
into
onto the
site here.
site.
Like they're all
They've
so
got some
low.
smoke set up, so
Big
not
buy
gonna be
rounds,
too easy
no
for David to get in, and it's quick
HP,
from May
but
and Anthem to spray them
headshots.
down at Waterfall. This is going to get supremely difficult now for
The Raze
GenG.
sorry, the Raze nade is a little bit scary,
Work with here.
but
Paint shell
yeah, they
set.
managed to
Medusa
dodge it with the low
get away
HPs,
from
and that is
May
impressive,
quick to
man.
get the punish on the Texture.
Look at him go.
Now it's just Munchkin left standing. And look at the backstab.
Yeah, and he's
Spot
kind of
the
locked
minimap.
it. Oh,
Okay, well that
okay.
sort of sets up the turret, so Munchkin very well aware of this, but now has to very much be
He
concerned about
creates
getting
pressure
picked
like
off
he's
and tries to
here,
hold on to this
then
weapon.
wraps all the way around to get this kill.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty
Neth
cool.
is going all
Is
the
he
way
gonna go
around to see
fully for
if
it?
Munchkin would continue rotating, but Munchkin is just going to sit there and wait.
Man, I mean, they just hit shots here. It was a lovely double
we did
swing.
have
Was
a
it
nice
high or
entry
lower?
from May. I guess we're not going to see how Sess
Yeah,
died,
it was
but
high or lower.
I'm curious
Maybe
if he
it's for the
tried.
best.
I'm curious,
Nice.
curious if he just tried to TP across, so he didn't give any kind of sightline, any kind of spray over to somebody who was just lingering right outside of Waterfall, and then just ended up on the Nano Swarm and couldn't get out of the TP animation.
Right,
fast
forced him
enough.
down to eco.
That would
We
be my
got
guess, or
saved gun, hero gun, and
maybe a snake bite was thrown down. so
maybe
he's
the Marshal
vulnerable
can
on
get
the
something.
Nano Swarm. I didn't quite get to see the setup either way. Something to be
aggro
avoided
A
in the
with
future,
a
but, yeah,
pretty good A
still
defense.
able to
This
find that
is
round
the
win.
defense
Quick
smoke
haunt
that he goes into as
tossed
well.
out here.
And with the,
Not giving that
I
one
mean,
any
this is my molly. With my
verticality,
molly,
gets
you
the
can't
quick
get out.
pop on that reveal, so they spot Texture on the jump in. Is I mean, that would have been a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Karen has to drop down Texture now at 1
Gotta-
HP. as
Gotta
he will be
late take
surrounded,
this, and
dealt
then
with.
someone's a
Karen
little
with
bit
nice
committed.
headshot does get a kill here, so trade out on the raises.
Still going aggressively with this one. Going to send the Prowler forward in towards Tree.
We missed
Meteor
our
here.
attack Viper smoke,
The Marshal seeing what he can see, but they're already
right?
in.
Or is it meant? Nah, there's no way it's
onto
meant to
this
go
site,
here.
and they will put down this plant. Definitely not going to be an easy retake for the side of GenG. Medusa holding on to the baby door. Gonna spot
Honestly, the
that and
Odin
have some
holding
good
Hobbit is
idea at
really
least
strong.
Where Karin is.
Deep lurk here at Rubble from Medusa with that Odin in hand.
There's no way baby door caught
Trying
on.
to make their way across.
All the
That's
things we
nice
could have
ball
called
message
that
now from
place.
Anthem. So audioless here are the GenG players. Still looking for the challenge, and Munchkin going to be good for the first one. Readjust for the second. It says it just the same.
Oh boy, we're just sticking this. Molly doesn't hit.
Deep enough to spray.
No way.
Timing
Out of all the guns as well, and Odin, you would think would be good for it. And they
But it's
steal
another
around.
steal away on a diffuser
Yeah,
from
and it's
Gen
just
G.
like, and they must
Not
just
sure
be
they
wondering
keep
how.
on getting away with
Ollie
that one,
just
but
went
at least this time we have
short.
a bit of a better idea. A lot of pressure going into the guys that were in tree. Just throws down a smoke, and felt like with the Odin should have been able to get it done, but a couple of early crisp kills from the side of Munchkin makes things a bit more even for GenG and allows.
Oh my god, look at that. Can't be any closer to him.
It's just a hair off twice now.
Fun luck.
I mean, granted, that one very much a bit more of a panic situation compared to the first.
They
Similarly,
see
though,
Bush as
DFM
well,
once
so they're
again,
creating
everything's
pressure like they're
forward
fighting over
space
towards A, but
over
they're
at
actually
A,
not. And
completely
there's
ignoring
this C
that
push,
C side of the map,
open up
which
the
Gen
door,
G,
fight C
they push
early,
forward,
clear
they
B
identify
control.
that there's
Pretty
nobody
cool.
there.
And honestly,
They
DFM,
should
if,
suspect that this is fairly committed, especially as May gets the opening kill in the Meteor.
I mean, maybe
It's
Munchkin.
pretty obvious. Munchkin just waiting in the smoke himself. They're not going to spot him.
Huge, bro. He got two. Nearly got
gets the
3.
third.
May is
Gets
fragging
May
so
extremely low,
heavy.
and now
2 HP on this one. Fatal brings him down to 1.
He's decayed for half of his HP. He's down to 1.
Yeah.
This is such a rough position.
Let's
to
get
be
the
in.
plant and the pivot over towards
Cross,
B
they will
is
be
lovely on
themselves
this.
into B. And this door gets broken open. There you go. Now he's back to his full value HP.
2. Yeah. Better than 1, I guess. They are going to get this plant down, but May, low on health, trying to...
the interrupt.
Yeah, not able to get it down, actually. That is not...
Yeah, they gave it a good try on this one. I mean, this is just straight up Munchkin just winning that out.
I think
That
it's
was
the right
pretty
call
wild
from
from him.
there, but not the right aim.
Like round 2, Texture was
Better way to
holding the
put that,
angle to
unfortunately.
door from Baby Door.
I like
From
just
door to
interrupting
Baby
the player,
Door.
just trying
The
to,
Viper
get the
wall
catch
is
onto that
going
player
to enter
lurking
into
forward. If you're able
trade.
to
You need
find
someone
that,
to hold
open
from
it
Baby
onto
Door.
Kara, then maybe you can
It's just the
actually peel
crossfire.
across
I think
that
that's
C
it.
link and get the
You
plan
just
on
create a
that
lot
other
of
side the
pressure
map.
there.
Or really pump the brakes and start playing, mind games. You can even drift across back
So
to the A if
literally
there's
just
enough
talking
time
about like
for it,
this
but
angle here.
just
It's
can't quite
just a
line it
strong
up.
angle, really.
By the way, we had our little
It's
mini
also
game
just like you
on
have,
the desk.
it's just
Take a look at
good
those
for just
right now.
holding B
Texture
as
has
well.
1.
Like you can help out
May
A, you
has
can
10.
hold towards B on
William
your
might
own
not
as
be
well.
getting his wish. He might not be tumbling down into the depths below to join me.
He actually had a really nice angle on his
I think maybe I
prediction, and it's
messed up your
working out
question,
so
but
far. Still very early on,
yeah,
of
that's
course,
alright.
but Texture, a chance to maybe be taken out early. We'll see how this one is going to go. Maybe
Holy hell.
gives up another over the
Bro, this
top
guy's
with the
fragging.
showstopper.
Oh my
Looking
god,
for a
has the
third
satchel
man that's
movement
gonna
in the
take
air
that
as
one
well.
away.
It was
They'll
nice
be
though.
happy
They
with
get
that
out,
one
they win this
regardless.
duel, and
Another
this
great
was a nice
entry here
change up
from
from
the side of
DFM.
DFM.
Let them
Quick
go
rotation,
close over
thank you very much.
towards
About
A
to arrive at the site. Will be
and
here before that
just
spike
straight
can
up
get
walk
planted.
past.
Smoke at top rope.
2v4, and they've been losing some
side.
pretty bad rounds.
Spike planted.
Munchkin just
This
continuing
would
to drift
maybe
forward.
be worse than the
Anthem
eco
now
at the
committed
moment.
Deep onto the
Let's
site.
see.
An opportunity potentially for
That's a
a big
kill.
backstab here onto these players.
Last
Meteor
player
spots him
standing.
first, but okay. Meteor will
Bro,
be
May
able to
is
get locked
fragging
down.
so heavy.
There's
We
a
put
lockdown
down
now
the ult here,
contested.
but honestly,
HL's available there for May. If he
it's
can
not
make this
too
into the back,
bad
he
because
might
these
just be
people
able
at
to take
door
this
have
one
to
down,
respect
but he
it,
knows it falls
and the
short.
nade
It
misses,
doesn't
and they
clear the
have
corner.
5 seconds
Now
to
he
get
has
this
to
kill.
rush in, and he's actually just going to kill
That's a
Meteor.
huge kill because honestly, this ult is
This
not
one
bad
should
at
have been
all.
in
They have to
Meteor's
get out
hands,
of here, and then you can just
completely and
defuse, and
utterly
there's everyone
whiffs
far
on the
away.
shots.
So
May
the ult in the
continuing to
1v3,
search for it. Now
honestly, he wins that duel. He
14-5
probably
in
wins the round. It
one.
wasn't too
Yeah.
bad.
This guy is just
And
going
May is just getting.
animal mode right
Has
now.
he got
over the
three-
top, nearly
two
picks
3Ks
off a
and one
third
4K?
there, ends up getting 2 more later on anyway. This one was the most critical one with 3 seconds left on the lockdown. He's able to shut down.
What's he on?
Meteor.
Bro's on 14 to
And that
5.
keeps DFM
Jesus.
in reaching
Round
distance.
8.
It absolutely does. The buy softened up Texture, even with the 1 kill, saying, you know what?
Forced them down to eco, but we've seen them win these rounds, and he gets a double. I've never seen so many multi-kills. He's up to 16. Hey, he's going for Aspas's record. Oh, that's my bad.
Maybe May's going to be going for a land kill record. That does get cut short, though, in this round, as Aaron is able to find 1. Everybody else,
And like the pivot, though, they
very
saw all
healthy
the
on the side
numbers.
of
They go
DFM,
straight up
Aaron at
towards
20
A here.
HP, as they're now going to go chasing across the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, the record
Spike
just
being
gets
planted
denied
again.
as soon as they
Two
talk
away
about
from
it.
his second Nightfall, as Medusa does get spotted on that jiggle.
Yeah. See if he goes for it again. Texture is going to open this
Yeah,
one
everyone's
up.
got to
Takes out
relax
Sass.
here.
He's doubled his kills.
Yeah, he's feeling
He's
pretty
a good
about his
plant.
2
This is good
so
after
far.
plant.
And
Medusa
they're
has a
definitely gonna need
molly.
him to step up a little bit here. Certainly is one of the guys who generally does pick up a lot of kills.
Yeah,
Lockdown
really secure
on
in
the
this
attacker
one,
side,
but
just trying to
maybe it's that
secure
other
this
def
one.
went
The
down
fuse
and
is coming in,
doesn't.
though,
Got
as
in ahead
Texture-
of that turret
Wait.
placement.
Wait, they gotta stop
They gotta
this.
get in.
Not again.
Oh, they're
Holy hell.
barely gonna take him out.
Why are they doing this to
Trying
me?
to do it once more. Now Locky is completely screwed.
Yeah, and who wants to
Spike's
kill
gonna
the most
detonate,
should
they
give it
can
to
just go
Fade.
ahead and knife him, but now Anthem will show some mercy, some classes, and he just puts him down with a bullet instead. They won't be able to escape, but overall...
Costly is kind of costly, man. That's a nice eco for GenG. They'll take
Money's not
that.
fantastic on a couple of the players, but widely it's only going to be Neth who's coming in with half armor. Otherwise, though, I mean,
Good
it's
sign
just
though,
not a fantastic
like
start
even
for
just
Bang.
this,
Little
right?
players
And
who
this
don't-
isn't a
I
good
like
sign
the
though. These are very
positioning
close.
Texture, getting in
Good
front
sign
of
in
that
terms
turret,
of fine
he's
to
able
use
find
the
that
ult
first
into it
kill.
so that they don't mind using
This time,
ults
though,
to secure
DFM,
rounds. The extra
clear
good
off-
sign
clear
is
off
the
the
1v2
diffuser
when the
with
guy
just
is
enough fire
been
barrier.
hit by the killjoy ult.
The scream
They're
at
still
the very
thinking
end.
about
Scream
ults.
that just
They don't
trails
care about
off.
stats. They're like, well, we're closest to getting this ult. You get the kill. So, good signs.
All right, DFM thinking about C this time around. They're certainly in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and this is
one,
what
although
enabled
this
it.
is a buy
The
round
kill
on the
meant that
side
he
of
could pick up the
GenG.
orb
Oh,
and
he falls
damn,
down.
just fell off.
Meteor's able to take him out. May has been really the guy carrying so
Yeah,
far
if he
for
didn't
the side
fall
of
off there,
DFM.
it's probably a kill.
And so it's going to take a lot of pressure out of this play.
Yeah, I mean, the only player getting
And
caught by
it's
that
looking a
knife
little bit
ball
like
was Munchkin.
all of those rounds we were talking about
Meteor,
on
I think
split.
he would have been dead
Raze
had
goes down, and then you
Bang
gotta
landed
just
on the wall, but instead he just
Rangel out a little bit.
too much fidgets and falls off. And that little displacement ends up
Got
costing
the
him
K
quite
Corp
dearly.
smoke. They're big fans of
On the
like
door,
smokes
though,
that block
DFM
double
thinking
vision.
about their
He kind of missed the
options.
mark a
B-side
little bit.
close by. Looks like that's
Might
where
have
they're gonna head,
free-handed
but
it, I'm not
here,
sure,
able to
but-
peek out, find Cessin just inside of that approach. Reveal comes through. Nanoswarm will buy a little bit of time and space here for DFM, but there's a lot more work to be done.
All right, Anthem finally getting DFM on the board in this round. Picks up the first kill. Takes out Meteor, the one guy who was getting a bunch for GenG.
30
Not
seconds left.
going to be able to plant this one. They are considering
that's nice to
moving
get
over
early
to
info
Waterfall
behind.
to C, but Munchkin is still here.
It's such a strong
Will
angle.
they be able to root him out is really the question. 19 seconds left as the swing. Seems like Munchkin maybe not even expecting him there, and the plans should be held.
Plant will come through. Munchkin having to back away as the poison orb gets ready to drop. That's the one who has to try to hold that line.
Good
Finds
luck,
the
man.
first, but
It's a lot of
three
them.
more players to deal with 55 HP remaining. Same spot that we saw from Texture where he got the ace versus Paper Rex, but fortunately Nats
There's
won't
too
be able to
many.
find
Sight
the
hit.
follow-up.
I mean, sight hit just came down to that
GenG
one duel, right?
will be able to go ahead and regain a
Who
lead
goes
for
the other way?
themselves,
Maybe a
5-4,
different round.
but DFM still
Nice round
keeping
from
things
Meteor. He was
very
fragging
close.
heavy on
It's
this.
quite a close map so far. I think DFM are doing a great job of keeping this one close. It's just this round was pretty unfortunate. You know, Meteor, he's right here, doesn't get hit by the Nightfall. He falls off the wall. That angle was very nice as well from Meteor. And he essentially does a lot of the heavy lifting early on. They handle this defuse very well in the 3v1. And they close it out.
The NRG game worth watching.
3-7 to 16-7.
If you like minimap watching and like good mid rounding,
I hope the Texture really ramps
and like
things
maybe
up
even want to
quickly.
learn mid rounding, Split is very good
They're-
for that.
they're Precious.
Because NRG had good.
Flanking.
If only they had
The
done it on map
energy,
one,
just
where Texture
understanding
had
of being a
22
step
kills or
ahead and just the
something
calling and the
ridiculous
mid
like
rounding,
that.
really good on Split.
Not the case.
Even though it was a slaughter.
The more consistent one
Like
so
a good
far
round to
tonight.
kind of learn.
Yeah, Texture's
some
just a
stuff,
food film
in
right
my
now.
opinion.
Just feasting in that first map.
Yeah.
If you just watch the minimap and you just want to learn like
Call ends up being orb take there from May.
what
one away
creates
from the
what kind of
showstopper.
movements on the minimap.
Give them a
Because
very
their calls were
large tool to try
perfect.
to open up
Even
a
their
site with.
pre-calls were perfect in terms
Well,
of
similarly,
expecting what was going to
Plant
happen.
Down would have his pit for the defensive setup. Be curious to see if they opt to commit to that, given that two of the players here in Anthem and Neth both just only have classics.
It's not going to be an easy round for DFM by any means.
3 hero
the economy
guns.
the way
They're
it
one away from an
is.
orb. I don't know if they
But
went and
they
took
are
this
slowly
orb over
pushing
towards
in
A
towards
earlier or
Rubble.
not.
Slowly towards A. Will they commit here is the question. Texture on the jiggle looking to get some information. And he
Holy,
is
or
gonna
you
take
just
it
get the
down
kill.
May
And now there's one
with the
passing over
headshot
towards A
real
and
quick.
they're
I was
just
gonna
going to
say, May,
insta-pop
he
the
had
ult.
quick adjustment out.
Wait.
Hearing that first jiggle. Now
Did you not
Showstopper
realize he had
gonna be
ult?
Munchkin in a very poor spot.
I
Showstopper
would've
will
got
not
that
take
kill.
him down. He's able to tuck back far enough to not get caught by it. Lockyer will get Neth, but Spike being planted now.
Damn.
But the fight back is coming through from GenG.
Look at this
Nice
kid
pick
go,
off
man.
from
39
on top of the
HP.
rope, and they are holding on to this one
Everyone's
barely.
low
It's
HP.
Meteor 1v2, very low, are pretty much everybody who is left alive.
Meteor shooting here. Tells them exactly where they were. Previously, the Prowler went in towards stairs, hadn't spotted anybody out, so they still have to be wary about that. But now they know exactly where he
Another
is.
multi-kill. This is his third 3K.
Continues to just absolutely excel.
Jiwa, thank you so much. Jiwa43 with the tier 1. Thank you, thank you. 19 to 7.
In 10 rounds. And he is taking over the entire
Absolute
lobby.
madness. Jiwa, welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you very much, mate.
And everybody else is below double digits. Nobody is really close to this guy right now.
28 more to go. We'll set a new record. Maybe just get a, cheeky overtime in, given that the teams are neck and neck, and perhaps we can reclaim
Guy's a
land kill
superstar.
record for Pacific.
Yeah.
Things a bit dire, though, for GenG. Still no timeout's going to be called, though. It's going to be a Bucky for Lakia. Fade, not somebody that you're usually going to be seeing running with a shotgun.
In terms of the overall map, though, I think they need to try and get 2 more rounds.
It's been very back and forth.
6-6 is still a very good half for GenG. This one will be one of the easier ones. Got a Bucky, 2 hero guns. They do have a Razor, though. They're 1 away from Killjoy, so they got to be pretty careful as well, not to give them a free kill.
This time around, DFM moving towards the C site, and there's really not a lot of setup here for the side of GenG. As yes, the alarm bot is going to get some information, but we do see that Meteor is sticking onto the B site for now.
There.
Oh, we got some decent audio cues here for
And they hit the right side, and let's see what they decide to go for. They definitely have
really wishing that they had come
you
towards
definitely hope for a good Viper ult. Especially as he got a bit of time, vision block. Viper ult gives them a little bit of space, which worries me slightly. Kind of prefer one of the ones that covers one of the chokes. At least they have mollies to delay a little bit. Yeah, it gives them a path around the side, which maybe means they can spam a little bit or go in at multiple angles. A great reposition from him.
Yeah, he was really the one guy.
It's a nade as well if he wants that.
Just May, who once again picks up 2 Sessa as well.
Damn, another 3K. 4 times 3 3Ks, and I might be missing one. You got 1 times 4K. I've seen at least 22 to 7. Man, this is one of the most kills I've ever seen in a half.
A multitude of ults to try to utilize here as we get ready to go into the last round of the half, but yeah, just clean stuff, May. Just looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, you look at the fall off.
22 to 3.
Yeah, without even that, I was gonna say between him and then the next highest player on his team.
Yeah.
22 to 7. May 15 kills in the lead for his squad. As Medusa just dumping everything he's got there.
It's a little bit high, to be honest. But
Prowler's the chase, quick clear out there. Lakia not going to get chopped. Just have to backpedal over to the site.
that's kind of nice, though, right? Did they drop their wall with this fade eye?
Left in spawn.
Problem was it didn't clear
Wanted
here.
to see what they can fish for, what kind of information they can gain.
No, it did clear here.
They've been very fast and very loose. Not just full committing onto a site.
Absolute nightmare rounds, though. If we look over towards GenG, they got a lot of ults, and it's like some of the, I mean, it's the best ults they could ask for.
For now, they're not seeing much of anything other than some bullets flying their way from Lakia and Tree.
And it looked like DFM were waiting for this. And they dodge this one, though.
Gonna get some good
Doesn't pull the rotate back, though. The Raze does commit to the rotate.
And they have not moved in there. They're actually just going outside. Straight down through the
Oh
wall.
my.
Lakia gonna pick up 1 already.
Dude, he nearly got 2. I mean, honestly, if he carried on going, he could have got 3.
Already a kill.
Yeah, and Raze just got to send this one.
There. As that door was rotating around, and we'll line it up, gets the spray.
And here comes the fade ult.
Of the equation
Someone flashing to fade ult. They go in the smoke. He's the only person that might be able to own this. And he goes up the rope.
Bring around the Rosie here. Sends it. Is eventually able to find a kill.
He gets this kill.
Whoa!
Whoa! I just saw him in heaven. Oh, that's unlucky. Again, nicely done, but they had so many ults that it was pretty much going to go this way. GenG should be very happy. 6.
6 and 6 at the half.
Yeah, very close.
I mean, 6 with a pistol, though. You got to give him that, but it's still a good half 6 on defense.
The attacker side, but at least so far has been a relatively close matchup between these two teams. At the half, 6 to 6. GenG pretty clean to try to shut down that last push. Started off with the Lakia kill through the wall, and then eventually with the showstopper.
489 ACS.
Swarming the site, not allowing
That's
DFM
mental,
to get
mate.
set up. And Now I'm going to be curious, though, after this, because when we
that's
were
insane.
on Split, of course, we did see that GenG immediately put on an immense amount of pressure and only dropped 2 rounds.
Lotus is attack
when they were on
sided, yeah.
attackers. So will we see a repeat of
Like a
that here on
7-5,
Lotus? Wouldn't be too
8-4 is like
unlikely, I'd
common.
say, based on
Maybe
what
it's
we've
getting
seen so
less
far.
common. I do strongly think
Clear
as
signs
teams are getting a
there.
little bit better against this
Texture out
comp.
the
It is
audience, one of them asking
way
Ace.
more defense sided than it used to be.
If you
Field
win,
Because this comp should get shut down on
Yeah,
on
Pokemon
attack
is just like-
more than it does.
I don't know,
Stir-fried pork.
stir-fried, spicy.
Like the Odin over towards
dish.
tree
It's very
really
good.
makes a difference.
So I guess that's what she's going to get him if he does get the win. It's looking pretty likely at the moment. Although, again, this map is still very close. With the 6-6.
Okay, classics against ghosts, basically. Got one sheriff, but when you're 22-8, you can buy whatever the hell you want in my
It can still
books.
be done here for DFM though. In Pacific, in the past, you know, mostly last year, kickoff started trending more towards the attacker side of map, more in line with how this map is played out globally. But we have seen occasional squad be able to put up very solid defensive.
Evan
performance,
at the
and
beginning
managed
over
to keep
towards B, making it
operating
look like
this.
a potential
Just get some solid
crunch.
anchoring from Neth. That might just be all that is necessary to be able to still get the win here and extend this all the way over to Breeze.
Yeah.
At least they get an orb on this.
Especially if pretty much anyone else could begin to, start putting up frags. Could certainly.
Good amount of pressure. As we can see, there's no one
to,
over towards
get
B, so
through.
they're just going to force
As
into
now this
A.
push is coming on in relatively quickly. Looking to push in through tree. Texture going to
Whoa.
line up that shot onto Medusa.
I mean, that
already.
smoke was here the whole time. It's just random.
As GenG
Unless
slowly
there was a
push
gun
through
showing, which I
rubble
don't think there
in
was.
towards the A
I think
side.
it's a
Now
double
another
smoke
kill's
kill to
gonna
start
come
the
down here,
pistol
Meteor
off.
just spraying through that one.
2 kills. This is, devastating already here for DFM. The way that they lost the opening pistol round on this map was something that they definitely would be regretting, but this now is getting out of hand.
Yeah, and they just chance over towards
B.
B.
Break here onto Baby Door, rotate across.
They don't
in
have
towards
anything
B.
here, so they
May
kind of have to be aware of that.
standing
Or
here,
they
but
might
here's
have
that
just seen
paranoid
everyone
coming
as
through,
well.
So know that he has to back away, so can't quite try to hold the angle to get that opening headshot.
Spike planted.
Now needs to try to reaggress.
Looking like a
with the
double
Sheriff.
pistol, good
Yeah,
after
very
plant
clean
positions.
utility there on the entry from the side of GenG, just swarming.
Yeah,
that
good
angle.
luck.
Meteor as well, going to pick up a kill here through the side of the door. Anthem does get the one, but still only 2 members left here on the side of DFM. Prowler, not going to be enough. Karen now pushing out.
Yeah, double
and
pistol.
Munchkin is going to get that last kill onto A at the
3-1
same
altogether.
time. So GenG very
2-0
clean
for this map.
First round here after the half.
That probably on the easier
Solid
side in
kick
terms
things
of
off.
attack.
GenG
We'd
3-1
imagine
in
this is a
pistols
2-0.
overall, only dropping the opening pistol of the series. As Texture,
Yeah, look at that,
it's just,
smoke kill into smoke kill.
this
The
is
ping
just
was nice
sense
on
and
this.
lineups, just knowing crosshair placement. Being like, this is where somebody would be. This is about where their head's going to be positioned if someone peeks stairs. Sometimes.
So eventually the players can just play blindfolded, right? Like once they get good enough, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, we
Yeah.
just know all the lineups.
Yeah, we just got to bring in speedrun tech.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Eventually
No
they'll play with
way.
the drum set.
What am I watching?
Maybe they'll just train that way, and then when they get to the stage, they don't have to wear the blindfold, so it's like, wow.
And they'll take the blindfold off and they'll be like, oh my god, it's so bright, and they can't see anything. It's completely blinded.
Well, we do have Net to get the spot, but
How many?
a
3-1.
tiny bit of damage
know.
on Alakia. 8.
On 3.
Armor damage, of course.
Wait, the spam on this.
Some spray
I
through,
like
but
this
it's gonna
though.
be hard to
They
go down.
realize that they're going to spam here, but they plan a little bit to
Get
the
one,
side.
but that is about it for him.
Still risky,
Yeah,
to be honest, against
second.
pistols. But
Texture. Some good damage there on the Cess. Can't quite confirm the kill yet. Speedier. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, looks to get himself a second. Great readjustment. Pick off the Omen. Finish off the round in quite clean fashion here for GenG. Now up by 2. So Meteor, Seaside, Marshall in hand. He's had so many multi-kills. As Charon just tracing the tracers.
This one right here.
yeah, nice and easy.
Sometimes it just really feels like he's
Bonus
using
goes
slow-mo.
out, and the bonus is alright. This is, this is getting upgraded at
That's
one
another
point.
thing you can do. You
I'm
gotta
surprised he
speed
doesn't
up
buy a
the
different
entire
gun.
game so that when you get get into the actual game.
I mean,
you
he
know?
could honestly attack up at one point if he wanted.
It's the equivalent of using training weights.
Ike,
exactly.
how we doing, mate?
Take 'em off, and it's like, oh my
Thank
God,
you
it's
so much.
more
Thank you,
agile.
thank you. Tier 3,
Maybe too much.
13 months
But
as
now
well.
DFM
That's
at
wild.
least able to get some guns
I'm
here.
free on it today.
And let's see if they can stop the onslaught of GenG.
Ike, man, thank you for the
Attacker
support. It's
And this has
a
to
mad
be
amount of time for a
suspect.
tier 3 as well,
You
dude.
drop this
Thank you
one,
so much,
DFM
man.
100% have to call a timeout.
You're a hero, bro.
Right now, fans, the team, the coach, all going to be hoping that it doesn't come down to that, and they can just go ahead and not allow for GenG to get the conversion here.
Double pass and hold over
Strong
towards
anti
door.
bonus. So far, GenG not getting too much. I mean, they have a decent amount of space taken.
Yeah, and create the question
Just
marks,
outside of Baby
cut
Door here for the
sounds,
moment.
no map control
It's
anywhere.
happening.
They've
So
just got to
DFM getting a
gamble.
sense that this is going to end up on the
Yeah, and they
opposite side of the
gamble
map,
over
just a
towards
full
C.
rotation, getting ready to come
And
through.
looks like we're
As
pivoting
now with that
towards
Hunt
B,
set up
so
for
they
the
might be
top,
okay in
it's
terms of
not
everyone
enough to
close
necessarily
here
let
for the
them know.
retake.
But it's actually going to be pushing to B, so there could
The
be
big
a quick
bits of
clutch
util
here
at the
for
moment are
DFM.
Omen Flash and Raze nades.
Yeah. Do have
And
control
Texture.
of the site for now. Texture
Squad is going to
looking
go for this.
towards the back of that one. Do have a couple of guys in upper as well. Let's see how DFM do want to retake this one, as GenG have a very nice setup for now. Paranoia comes through. Medusa swinging the corner, immediately
Wait.
taken out by Munchkin, and now
Wait.
it's going to be 2 for him
Ow.
on this angle.
I thought he was Omen Flash.
May's got to give it a shot as well.
He
There's
got 3.
for Munchkin, as GenG are holding on to this one.
Is he not
pretty
Omen
much
Flashed?
flawlessly. Net, the last guy available, as he will pick up 1.
It missed? Oh, okay.
doesn't look like
Dude, I
around
looked at the
the-
minimap and I was
Of course
like, well, this
it's
guy
Texture.
ate the Omen
Just
Flash.
to really just spit on the chances of the analyst desk, or at least for Victoria and Nasarai to rank up in the minigame. But, I mean, this is catastrophic here for DFM.
I like, mate, how we
Now
doing
down
with the
by
2 months?
3,
Thank you
GenG
with the
round
tier 1.
away
Appreciate
from
that.
getting themselves
Thank you for
up
the
to
2.
double digits.
It just
I
missed. It
suspect
looked like it hit on the
timeout
minimap.
will be coming through, and if it doesn't, I certainly will be questioning the lack of it.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of cost him there. 'Cause
Yep.
This would have been a kill if this hit. Wait, it did
See
hit.
that timer moving. Munchkin just, blinded, not a problem. Lines up the second one. Looking at
What
upper,
the?
good communication
That's
as well.
liars
just to
in chat.
spot
What you
them
lot
right
doing,
as they're
huh?
moving in and make
What
quick
you lot
work
doing?
of that retake. It's a timeout here called by DFM, unsurprisingly, as they really need to get something going here.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't an impossible position for the squad, but right now, they just,
Minimap
not
never lies.
reading
That's
things.
actually true.
as well as we were seeing from them versus T1, GenG mixing things up, very much slowing down the pace at times just to add to the
Caesary, thank you so
Let
much
that
for the gifted.
silence
Thank
really
you,
just
thank you.
seep in.
36 altogether. 1 right now as well. Brew,
Aside
if
from
you're here,
that,
make sure you say
it's
thank
been
you.
Very clean play for the most part here for GenG. Munchkin, Karen especially, very much leveling up their performances here on this map. Need to see a bit more of concerted effort here from DFM.
I got all of you
Back
coming
in.
into
It all
the,
very
the
well
saviors.
Start here with this
Did it
round,
look like it
thinking
missed?
Thrifty
Was it
to
one of
the
those ones
Thrift
where does it go slow, the observer
But the Thrift
switched
Years are the best
before
at
it
thrifting,
hit,
so they know how to
so it looked
counter
like it
best,
didn't
right?
hit?
That's the way it should work.
Something like that.
I don't
Right.
think
Might have been the
GenG
timing of the
knows how
observer
it
if he
works
switched.
so consistently, so
Slimmetry
I
with the
don't
3
think they
months.
necessarily
Thank you,
know how to
thank you.
counter
Appreciate the
it.
tier 1.
Yeah,
Because there was a
they're just
lot
gonna
of
do
you.
it.
A lot of you said they
Yes.
didn't.
And
So if you stumble upon a time
Okay,
machine,
bonus
you just
round
use
1
it,
for GenG,
but you
and
wouldn't
they're
necessarily know how
looking
it works.
yeah.
in control of this one. We do have
See
the
if they
punish
can
over
land
towards
some
A
big
though,
sheriff
so let's see what this is
shots.
like.
That's
Everyone
really
gets
going to
into
be
position.
the one way
Boy,
that
there
they get
goes
this one
the
going.
tether nade that they
That
wanted to do.
reveals out, but Anthem already gonna be
Nade
taken
only,
down.
no tether on top of this, and no
Solid away
kills.
kill there is May, gonna
And
try to
I
find
like the
some
idea
value.
though.
Does
I
have
mean,
that
this is one of the
rifle
better
here for the team,
punishes that
but
they do.
Pink
I'll try and
shells
draw it
just
on the
a little
minimap
lower,
in a
and
sec.
Aaron able to just go ahead and get the wall bang to the box.
I mean, they got pistols.
Kinda
I'll
caught
draw
up
it.
there, trying to do what
So
he
essentially,
could,
you're meant to get
but
close
just isolated
here,
by way too
and
much utility.
it's
The
nades
triple
tether go into
swing
this
comes
box,
through,
and then
and
at the
it's only
same
Medusa,
time you
so
open the door.
Ghost
So
of
to
the
dodge it,
spoke
you have
too
to go
soon.
into this
One
corner,
sheriff headshot.
and then they
And it's
just
up
shoot
Texture
you
for
when you're in
getting
this
another one
corner.
around.
So it's a very nice idea.
And
It's still
that
good.
is a
Like
pretty
it's
clean one as expected, so
similar teams
that
do
will
it.
affect their after
But
timeout
yeah,
win percentage.
Just
but
the spam's
they
too
had
good
one
on this one.
rifle.
Take down
So,
the fade, no
what are
tether,
you
then
gonna
it
do
all kind
about
of
that
falls
one? Not
apart.
much. This is really now the round for DFM to try to make a stop because
With an
you don't
Odin
have
spanning
economy,
into the corner, yeah.
just
But
lost
the
this
door
one
kind of
and
secures
weren't
it.
able
When
to
you're using so
thrifty.
much util, you kind of want to
this is
secure
really
it.
kind of the sad position
Especially as like
for
your
May,
raise
not
and
much
stuff
you can
is
do there.
close.
That's
All right.
that's a gifable little
Okay,
reaction.
second buy round.
The could make. But
And
this is the one that the timeout.
Texture has a Razor, one away from Meteor's ult. I mean, they are in control of this one. The big ult difference for this round.
Waiting to see if he hears anything, but it's just Munchkin playing on that side as well. He started spraying.
Yeah. Neth is looking to push out here potentially.
Oh, he goes close to it and asks for a smoke.
Yeah.
But his team one-way smoked. Wait, but it got taken away?
All the same.
So funny. Did
Back
he want
away.
to smoke to block it to try and push, or
Drift
did
back into the
he...
alarm bot being picked up.
Because he pinged it. I'm pretty sure that was
They're going
happening, and
so
then
far
the
away
guy
from it, they
already
would
sent out a
deactivate,
one-way
or they're
smoke.
getting ready to attack that C site. So for now, he does still stay stuck.
Oh man, good luck.
Shows how we're gonna get pulled out.
Just trying to spray at
Yeah.
literally everything, but too many people coming
Yeah,
in through
just,
tree. And the headshots are crispy from the side of GenG. Only 2 members left now.
Needed that wall up a little bit faster there.
GenG's starting to really run away with this map. These rounds are not really even
Yeah,
that close.
it's been so dominant
after
since
the
they
half,
switched to attack.
as GenG's
So this was
attacker
just
side has been very
this
clean
was an
tonight.
alt diff
It's been
to
6
an extent.
consecutive as they get ready to close this one out and move up to 11. And C's will go at it from Lakia, but I think we all know there's nobody back there. Everybody just relocating back into the C site itself to try to hold on to these weapons. And I mean, GenG quite far away, but a decent amount of time before that spike detonates. They could absolutely go on the hunt. Handing over
The
something
defense
like
side,
the pit to Medusa,
yeah,
getting a
that's
couple
where
more
like the
charges
micro
towards that
decisions
lockdown
come in.
certainly wouldn't be ideal, but I think right now, given the way
And
that
you're
things
not
have been
like
going, GenG should
more
feel
on
very
the kind of
confident.
individuals to make right plays in
As
certain
they look to take the fight.
situations.
Yeah.
Might benefit from more set
Sprinting on
plays,
in, let's see
maybe.
what they can see. As the turret's gonna spot them first, and DFM are just running away, trying to survive, trying to hold on to those guns, and some spray coming down, but they will be able to survive. So now 11-6. Just gonna have to try to buy whatever they can here in an attempt to
Fudge's house is
stop
safe.
this one. The push through
Paper
into
X are in their group,
very
right?
aggressive, but also very clean.
Yeah, only Meteor really lost on that approach. As scraped together by
Oleki, thank you for doing that as well, man.
For Sessa in
Thank
his
you,
hands.
thank you.
Always
Appreciate
Vandals, a Phantom here. Plenty of half armors and no ults to try to utilize. Meanwhile, Meteor does have that lockdown. DFM desperately needing some kind of early pick, some kind of early information.
Bot coming back.
Yeah, they
Ults are
haven't
on the
really
way,
been able
but-
to get much
Yeah.
in terms of that. You know, there's a lot to cover on this map, and it just feels like.
Oh.
Oh.
You're trapped now, my
Yeah,
guy.
He's
didn't
gonna
mean to do
stay
that
in
one.
there.
I just
But yeah,
play it off cool.
It's been rough for them to try to get
Gonna
early
play it off
kickoffs,
cool, spend an
and
extra
GenG, when they do
few
attack, have
5
been pretty
seconds
quick about
over
it, so
towards tree.
Not really giving a lot of opportunities to the side of DFM to do to get those pickoffs. Now Munchkin just kind of slowly lurking forward.
Yeah, and so
but
he
he's
then
not
go
gonna
and
commit to it
open the
just
door again, or are we just committed to the lack?
On sent in.
Yeah, we're committed
That's
to the
now having
lack,
to back
and this
away.
is clear sight, and
This
does
is
it get
Photo
out of there?
Squad is-
Man, Teva, Omen
Sessa's
Flash
trying to
used for
rush
this
forward,
luck,
get
they
the
use
catch
so
there on
much
Munchkin,
for him,
but he's managed to
and
make
they're
it
out
out
of
to safety.
position, meaning they can
Plant
get the
now
good
through.
plant, and again, the corner is here, and they're
His
planting like here
right
to make sure they
Meteor
don't
on
get
this
spammed
deep
with a
lurk
similar
into B,
situation in
able to find
terms
the
of
shot that's
they can
Medusa taken
only,
down.
I mean, gives them a good amount of place to be able to
pretty
defuse,
stuff.
but it's
I
not
mean,
too bad.
He was just waiting on B. They didn't expect him to be pushed all the way up that far.
And they're so
And
close to
it's just an
ults,
early
they would love
kickoff
these
that's gonna
ults,
take
but they're
some
just not
retake
here.
power away.
Do they want to
From the side
Killjoy
of
secure
DFM,
this
they
one?
push
No,
through
they
the
can't.
smoke line.
Killjoy's in
Philly
spawn.
outside, lines
Oh
up
my.
three,
What
just
the?
like
How did that third kill happen?
And Texture
I gotta
puts
stop
an end
looking
to
at the
round.
minimap.
12-6. GenG on match point.
It's damn near flawless from GenG. Lakia, I mean, just kind of having him lined up, it might as well have been a collab for him.
Okay, 6 chances to end this, and there's a lot of ults
Disgustingly
here.
strong and shared performance here from GenG. Like,
That was
Texture,
fast,
the one
bro.
who really came alive versus Paper X, had one of the more incredible aces that we've seen here in Pacific, or just generally in the world, and you know, just started taking over. This time though, it's just GenG collectively. So
Am I right in
firmly
saying there's
control,
for no
everybody
kills there?
contributing, everybody
For May on
flagging.
defense?
And for DFM, the things have certainly slipped, fallen off a cliff a little bit compared to that first half. No rounds won on this defender side.
And
It's been pretty rough for them.
it's been
after
very
the
rough
half.
for them, yeah.
And GenG just a big force to be reckoned with. Wasn't necessarily expecting a 2-0 tonight, especially after the way that first map went. I thought it was closer than I originally expected, but GenG's kind of running away, running away with this one at the moment. So
Fatal goes
people are
in,
gonna come down and
doesn't hit anyone,
well,
and then
they're
they just
not
re-clear
there,
the space,
so-
and then they're gonna sight him.
I mean, they are, but
It was nice as well. The only person that showed there
by it.
was the Killjoy, and you would expect Killjoy to just be defaulting like this, while everyone else takes control of A. So with that info and them only seeing the Killjoy, they over-rotate over towards A. Everything's so perfect right now. And the Fatal goes in, Killjoy's got to get out of there. We've got Ray's ult to retake. We've got Killjoy ult to secure it.
Having to wait this out. He's still going to be audio listed. Will be rewarded with 1 kill.
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Wait, it hit the guy on the floor.
Karen and Munchkin both going to be taken down.
Ow.
They still have to respect the lockdown, so they're forced away. But now it is a 4v2.
definitely feels like there's enough time for
Kill this
DFM
guy.
to retake this one. Lockdown also shot in the back, and it's all up to Meteor in the 1v4. Not looking likely for him. They don't know exactly where he is. As
Not
he
like
will
this.
peek out, gets one.
Swing spots 1. They've dropped down. Reaches down. Oh, up over the top.
Dude,
Went
how?
to the box, went back down to the
How?
platform.
Was he jumping down? He must have been jumping down. Kills the guy in sight, kills the guy down here.
5 rounds in a row is what is necessary for them to try to take us up to overtime, but there is so much money here for the side of GenG. They will not be able to bankrupt them fast enough.
You gotta string together a bunch of rounds, and the showstopper through double smoke, just right on top of the site. Weren't quite expecting him to land that one, but it's just gonna get him even farther ahead of the rest of the lobby. May just stacking up a bunch, and in fact, DFM will call their second timeout and say, okay, well, we got 1 round, we need 5 more. Let's do it. Let's actually go for it.
I mean, send it if you got it. No point holding on to it from this point on. I mean, because
Yeah, sounds about right, chap.
obviously you want to be able to communicate
Sounds
with your
about
team
right.
if you're the coach, but if you start running this back from this moment, you will get another opportunity to communicate because you're damn sure that Solo will also have to call one just to say, okay, hey, they're getting way too close. So if a run back can start from here,
Curse GenG, I can't, man.
DFM
They're
will
looking
be
too
in
good.
a decent position. This is not insurmountable by any stretch
Not
of the
powerful
imagination.
enough for that.
Yeah. Munchkin, or rather, not Munchkin, May did use the showstopper just in the last round, so it's going to be quite a while before
Believer
he
in
does
that
get that
prodigy, I
back,
respect
so
it.
could be
It
one
is
of the
100%
things,
so
we
far,
have
I
seen,
think, right?
Of course, has been very impactful in a lot of these rounds when he is able to land that, but now using that ultimate, he's not going to be able to have it for quite a while here. Let's see if they can string together a couple of rounds so he can get it back. They are holding on to at least the pit for the moment, so perhaps they can utilize that to try to hold on to a site.
For now, heavy stack outside of B here from GenG.
Yeah, let's see. DFM now pushing out, actually. Anthem is going to get the 1. Second swing comes out as well.
Tap on the door there from Neth does force them back around the corner. So a little bit more space bought for Medusa. So he can get into a little bit more of a disconnected position. Not be so, far forward committed. C-site, though, looking like it may once again be the ending location for this spike.
Gamble stack over towards A, and they can't clear any question marks, and that is fast on it.
Neth to be able to take him
Yeah.
down.
Ooh, Omenal. Maybe.
A little piece
Let's see what you got.
of Neth was all he needed.
Oh, the
It's
pivot
quick
over
one.
towards
and
B
he's
once they realize that
getting
Omenal
marked
will
up
be
there
over
as well. The
towards
rotation is
C.
coming in towards B. You can see that there's just not really enough members of DFM.
Yeah, and someone can plant inside this, and it's a very hard retake. Good news is at least there's a bit of...
They're going to have to counter pit into this one.
I mean, yeah, you got to just go
Make things
real
a
close
little bit
to
more
it.
chaotic, a little bit more difficult to see. Try to get that decay across, and then maybe some value off the paint
Like
shells.
the Raise nades might be the one.
So with that
The good old
paranoia
back.
on the opposite side.
It's going to be
Could
chaos,
big value
man.
for him. These things are already so
Good luck
obvious.
to Prius.
He's going to be the first one to get taken down. Caron able to find that kill.
Yeah, down goes Medusa as well, so no more pit for them, and it's all up to May, as it has been for so many times on this map. He gets the 1 on the
Yeah,
Texture.
okay, nicely handled.
Just one last
Yeah,
kill for May
and
over Texture, but it does
GenG
not
just
matter.
looked great,
GenG,
man.
they get Lotus. They got
Just
split.
felt like
They get the
when they got
2-0
onto
tonight.
attack, it was just too dominant.
Very nicely done here from the